차렷! 경례! Hi! Taekwondo white belts class number 6. Hopefully, again, what's your goal? You need to look at your advocates folder and see where you are. By this time, you should have 60 advocates in your folder. Okay? By this time, hopefully, you have 4 to 5 leads in leads folder. Okay? By this time, maybe you were smart and listened to my last class and had maybe 20 to 30 past clients in your past client folder. They don't have to be past clients for real estate. They could be past clients for Amway. There could be past clients for, what is that? The ladies do a lot of that. K something company. Anyway, so, multi-level marketing, I don't care. Find them, put them in your folder. Can you put same person in 3 different binders, John? Of course you can. Your leads, you need to ask for more leads. You got buyer lead. Hey, talk to them. Be nice to them. Buy them lunch. Still prospect. Work with your buyer when you're showing houses, because they might know 1 or 2 more friends who are living in that apartment that want to buy a house. And you're such a great, super Taekwondo realtor, focused. Your core values are strong. You want to give them, courtesy, integrity. You have those, indomitable spirit. You go to war, you never retreat, you get into real estate business. I am going to make ton of money. I am not going to quit. You have those values. You're meditating every morning, like I told you. You're cranking. You're gonna have a lot of leads at this time. If you're in class number 6 and you're not at 60 advocates in your binder, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Making me angry because this is a tough industry. Why is it tough? There are a lot of realtors out there. Okay, your goal is to make it to 1%. You can't get to 1% by working 2 hours a day. You got to work many hours. I'm sorry to your family. I know we would like to have work and life balance. I can't say bad words on YouTube or that'll cut me out. But when you're white belt, come on, how long do you want to be white belt? I remember when I was white belt in Taekwondo, the real Taekwondo. It sucks because everybody else is like red belt, orange belt, yellow belt, blue belt, black belt. They got those cool kids at black belts, and black belt realtors are making a ton of money right now, and you're like, I don't want to be white belt. But you can't get there by working just 2 hours a day. You got to be working like for many hours a day, many hours of practice. I told you 2 hours, do 4, 5, 6 if you can. Anyway, sorry, I got off the topic. Back to seller leads. You got the first one? Probably not. You're a brand new realtor. How are you going to get listing leads? It's tough. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my hairline. I'm losing a lot of hair. I'm getting old. Tomorrow's my birthday. I'm going to be 48 tomorrow. But I'm losing hair. Kind of sucks. But going back to topic. How am I going to get a seller lead, John, anyway? Buyer, yeah, maybe. I got my friends. They're younger. Yeah, I got 3, 4 buyer leads going right now. I don't have any sellers. How am I going to compete? John, you told me in Denver, this is Denver market, in Denver, for one active listing, there are 10 realtors fighting over that one single listing. How am I going to beat out 9 other experienced realtors? They're all black belts. I go to listing appointments. I get lucky. I got one person who want to sell. Taekwondo is all about confidence. Okay? If you have that board in front of you, if you don't have confidence to break that board, it's not going to break. Same thing in real estate. If you're going into that listing appointment and you're like already thinking, oh my God, I'm up against the top star in this market. He has 100 listings and I have 0. I'd never sold one. Well, everybody has to start somewhere. But if you're going to that listing appointment, I'm going in, oh, seller's never going to sign that listing agreement with me, never going to give me a shot. You already lost. Don't even walk in. Don't even ring that bell. Just go home. Would you just quit real estate? And I'm sorry. I know it's a tough industry. Hate to belittle you, but it's a tough industry. You're competing with a lot of good realtors, experienced ones. How are you ever going to get your first listing, home listing? Confidence. You got to just keep practicing. Practice with your managing brokers. Practice with your peers. I told you last class, you need a peer. You need another rookie. You need to give each other a call every day. Hey, Jane, how's it going? This is tough. I thought everybody will call me and give me all kinds of real estate business, but that is not the truth. It is tough. But, a support group. Just talk to each other. Hey, we could do this. Okay, so let me go right to the point. Okay, it's taking me 6 minutes. Sorry, I need to get better at teaching. This is hard, not easy. So how are we gonna get your first listing ever? My thing, I would say, is do this. So first of all, don't get scared. We're all human beings. I've been doing this for 21 years, but you know what? I'm not really that much different from you as a brand new realtor. And I know we got realtors in our company that's been doing it for 40 years. I think he had about 80 listings last year. Yeah, I mean, I may compete with him. You may compete with him. We may not. My rule. If one of my 160 realtors within Metro Brokers Elite, if I'm competing with any of my realtors, I lose. I don't compete. I say, sorry, adios. I'm sorry, seller. Please use my Metro Brokers Elite realtor. I don't compete with my own. Of course, if you're against me, you win. So how do you do it? So you're competing. You call. So first thing first, try to be like towards the last and very last appointment. Try to figure out if the seller is interviewing. If seller, the home seller is not interviewing anybody, good for you. That's how we want it. That's the why we do advocate system with our prospecting. Because a lot of these guys, they like you anyway. They're your church friend. They're gonna use you no matter what. Those are the best leads. That's what we want to do warm calls, not cold calls. Cold calls are hard. I mean, if you haven't done cold calls, they're hard. Some guys are really good at it, but I would say that's less than 5% of people. Most people don't like cold calls. So how? Okay, you go in, you walk in, try to be the last person or very first person, but last person is usually the best. You've been through YouTube, you got all these free scripts that you've been practicing, like I told you, with your partner. So you go in there, you do all this fancy 70-page listing presentation, or you get one from one of our top producers because you did something nice to them. Whatever the case, practiced a lot. But when you go in there, I think I like this line the best. I think this one of my trainees brought it up during his listing presentation. I was able to get the listing. So he was there competing with one of the top realtors in the market. And he said, well, to the point, I like you, kid, but I had this other realtor that I interviewed just before you came in. She's got 30 years of experience, sold 20 houses in this neighborhood, blah, 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 has, 10 house listing right now on the market. So what's your comeback? How are you going to overcome that objection? How are you going to break that board? Okay, they're not easy. White belts, it's hard to break boards. Your hand would hurt like hell if you don't have confidence. So again, confidence, a lot of practice. Taekwondo sparring, why do we spar, with each other? It's because when you really have the actual opponent coming to take your life, you've been sparring, you've been practicing so you could do the same moves when you're in the situation, life or death situation. Same thing here. Getting a listing for a brand new agent is a life or death situation. But you need listing in this business. Listings get you more buyers, becomes more listings. I mean, listing is the key to our success in this business. So this is what my trainee used. said, yeah, I understand. I mean, oh my God, I really respect her. She's one of the top brokers in our community. I, I mean, her, so that's what an ethical realtor, remember, our courtesy is number one value for Taekwondo realtors. Of course, you want to be courteous to your other realtors, but also courteous to yourself, to enough to say, if I don't get this listing, I'm going to starve. My wife will probably kill me or kick my butt, or my husband, whatever the issue is. You're doing it for your family, for yourself, whatever it is. The trainee said this. So, would you call that potential listing broker? Would you give her a call? And the seller's like, call the broker? Oh yeah. So maybe get out the phone and call. Nobody's answering because she's too busy. So 90% she's probably not going to answer the phone call. And Mr. Seller, if you did that same thing to me, I don't have any listings. I don't even have a buyer right now. I'm a brand new rookie. If you did that to me after our interview, I answer most of my calls because I'm on the phone looking for calls. Of course, I'm going to answer. But the top producer didn't answer the phone. What do you think? Is that top producer, Mrs. Whomever? I'm sure she's a great. I mean, I'm not going to talk down on her. But who's more motivated here? I am. If I don't sell your house within next 2 months or 3 months, I can't pay my rent. I can't put food on the table. Who's more desperate? Who has more energy? Who has more free time? I have all the free time, So I'm sure for her, it's just another listing, 10 active listing. This is her 11th active listing. I'm sure she's going to do a great job for you. But who's going to be more motivated? If you get somebody out of town buyer lead, calls off the sign, who's going to run over here, get in the car, won't eat for days? Because I would not eat for days just to get that commission. Who's more motivated? I know, and that top producer, great realtors had to start somewhere. Would you give me a chance? I will really show you that I am the best. That brings to the second point. Get help also in this. So you need a lot of help. You need training. Who should train you? You're a managing broker at this time. Okay. So and this is, before and after, once you get the listing signed, you want to stay really close to your managing broker, have the managing broker, employing broker, show you every step of the way so that you don't make mistakes. You don't want to make mistakes. Okay, I'm sorry, going back to number one. So that's one part saying, I'm not busy, I'm motivated, great, but I don't want to hire a rookie. Okay, so how do you handle that objection? Well, one of the things for us, of course, if you're with Metro Brokers Elite family, we have 2,500 years of local market experience, realtors. So you could just say, I'm part of Metro Brokers Elite. We are one of the top brokers in the market. It's not just me you're hiring. You're signing this agreement, not just me, you're signing literally with our company, our brokerage, our whole overall company. So you kind of sell that too. So whenever I have questions, I don't try to answer it all by myself. I know I'm a rookie. You know I'm a rookie. That's why you're helping me. But behind me, you have thousands of years of experience, realtors. I go to sales meetings. Regular realtor won't market you in local sales meetings. I go to sales meetings. We have, listing tours. Our other top producing listing or buyer brokers will come look at your house and tour the house with you. So you want to bring, number one, your energy, your confidence. I know I'm white belt, but I ain't going to break that first board. Once you break that first board, which in our analogy is first listing contract, seller contract, dude, you're on your way. I mean, you're on your way to success. So practice. One thing I do on one-on-one coaching, which is free, I will offer it to anybody watching this video. I mean, you could come to Denver. If you're coming to my office, I'll do that with you. But one thing you should do with your managing broker is practice. So consider, maybe call your mom and say, hey, would you just be my practice for me? I'm going to actually list your house on the market. because I need to practice. Because if I practice one, then next time I do an actual one, I'll be better. Just do it like she's really gonna sell. Maybe by talking to her, maybe she will sell her house for you. You know, you're her son. I'm sorry, man. My hair is terrible. Next time, you know, I'm gonna try to get Taekwondo uniform and teach my Taekwondo class with Taekwondo uniform. Since I am second degree black belt in real Taekwondo, it might be good to just wear Taekwondo anyway, but I gotta do something with my hair. Maybe I need to put one of those, you know, Karate Kid kind of thing, bandana wear with, you know, Korean flag. I don't know. I'm sorry. Getting old. Terrible. Don't get old. Don't get old. Old is bad. So get help. Managing broker. Another way you could get help is hire a transaction coordinator. Okay. We call them TC for short, but hire a transaction coordinator. For our office, we have a really great transaction manager. She will help you, teach you. She has a new agent program, I believe, very, very inexpensive. I think it's like $200 at closing, so you don't pay up front. But she will help you every step of the way and then teach you about these forms. Again, forms. 품새. Okay, 태극 일장, or you know, number one. Okay, you need to practice your forms. Again, your basic forms, definition page, your listing agreement. So for this seller lead, you need to do a listing agreement. So do listing agreement. You need seller's property disclosure. You need square footage disclosure. Of course, seller's property disclosure is not mandatory in Colorado, but recommended. Anyway, so these forms you need to practice. So before you go to actual listing appointment, what if you did it with your mom's house? Put it on the MLS. Hire some photographer, do actual, or maybe beg her. Would you just sell your house? I'll help you buy another. Hey, to practice. You could sell her home. She could be your buyer, and that's how you start. A lot of people, that's how you start real estate. You know, I remember my sister's house, I think, was my first ever deal when I first started in real estate 21 years ago. I love my sister. She was my best advocate in that binder. She referred me so many clients over the years. But anyway, your family is gonna usually be your strongest supporter. I gave you that example of a niece, which didn't work out for my other ex-realtor friend. But normally, it's your first few deals is gonna be your family. And even if they don't do it, ask them to just kind of give it to you so you could practice. So practice makes perfect. A lot of practice. Practice with me on one-on-one sessions. Come in, bring those paperwork. Let's go through line by line, item by item. What dates should you use for all those stuff? You know, you need a lot of practice. And who's there to help you? Your managing broker. So we have some wonderful managing broker in Metro Brokers Elite. A lot of them have 30, 40, 50 years of experience. They've seen it all. They've been in, you know, a lot of them have, you know, been through a lot. We have some top producers here. Utilize them, you know. Especially your own managing brokers and other managing brokers in our office. Of course, they will help too, but you know that's kind of not a nice thing to do. They probably want to help their own associates. So, but I'm here. You could always do one-on-one session with me Monday through Saturday. Text me 303. You know the number. I don't want to do that on YouTube. Okay. So what's number 3? Okay. So you just got hired, man. James, you're young kid. I like you. I want you to succeed. I want to be your first home seller for you. You lucked out. They trust you. James, I trust you. You work for a really good company. Utilize your brokerage or your experience with your team, if you're in a team, and get your first listing. But number 3 is best. What? Best. What are you selling? Are you selling a house? Yeah, you're selling a home, but to your seller, what are you selling? Service. You're selling a service, your dedication, your Taekwondo skills, Taekwondo realtor skills. You're going to be courteous to all potential buyers. You're going to be, have high integrity, do the right things, so forth. So give them a best service, because if you give them best service, they're going to refer you more clients in the future. So, so I'm going to end today. Of course, I didn't buy the Robin Hood hat yet, but hopefully I'll buy one soon. Or maybe, hey, it's my birthday tomorrow. Can anybody buy me a Robin Hood hat so I could do this Robin Hood tip? Robin Hood tip is when potential leads call you, say, are you busy? And I know not a lot of new people, novice, white belts will say, oh yeah, I'm busy. I'm doing this deal, I'm doing that deal, because they want to look like they're doing a lot of deal so that they will hire them. I think that's a bad idea. So this is given to me many years ago by another great rich realtor, great realtor, said never say you're busy. Even if you're busy, okay? Even if you're doing 5 appointments that day, you got all these things lined up. What do you say? I'm available 24/7. You should practice that line. When somebody calls you, hey John, you got time for me? Hey, I work 24/7, 365 days a year. I am committed to my business. I'm there for you. I'm always working for you. I'm never busy. Even if you're busy, say you're never busy, because if you tell them you're busy, they're not going to refer you any more business, which is terrible because you want to fill your leads binder, 100 leads constantly in your binder that you're managing. You want to get there. So in order to get there, you need to say, I am not busy, even if you're busy. Okay? So that's the Robinhood tip for class number 6. Again, class number 6. White belt class number 6. 60 advocates in your binders. Please, ladies and gentlemen, go look at your binder. If you're at 6, you have a serious problem. You need to come talk to me, and I will punch you. I'm sorry. I will sidekick you. Okay? You didn't see that on the video. Roundhouse kick? I will roundhouse kick you, because if you don't have 60 by this point, I'm gonna cry, because let me do a real quick chart to end this session. I know it's getting a little long, but let's see if we could get this in there. My last one. Visual, okay? You got what? 87% failure rate, 5 years. Okay? One listing, you have 9 other real estate brokers coming after you. Competition is fierce. If you're not at 60, you're getting an F. How do you like getting an F in your class? White belt, that's an F. If you have 6, that's an F. Come talk to me, 1-hour session. I'll give you different hints. How do I get more advocates? How do I get more good advocates? How do I get advocates that will give me more advocates? I will do as many 10 hours, 20 hours. I will do one-on-one sessions with you. Come talk to me. Again, I do Robinhood tips, but I have a top secret tips on becoming a black belt really quick. I don't do that on YouTube, of course, because I don't want other people copying everything, because that's not smart, because when your competition is copying everything. So those things I cover on one-on-one basis. When you come to one-on-one sessions, I'll give you top secret hints what to do that will really set yourself. That's called what I call weapons training. So in Taekwondo Realtor class, you have the forms. So we go over those forms, white belt forms. You got to do the basic forms. You got to learn it, practice. Sparring, you're doing interviews. You're practicing your seller interviews, buyer interviews, practice. Okay? And there's, of course, like Taekwondo, there's special weapons. Special weapons we don't do on YouTube. I'm sorry. That's so stupid if I do special weapons on YouTube, because your friend realtors that went to schools with 100 people, where we want to beat out 99 of them and be number 1%. We don't want to give out those secrets. I'm sorry, YouTube viewers. I'm sure other top YouTube realtor people, training people will probably not do it either. They'll sell you the stuff for like $60 a month coaching, $100 a month coaching. They'll do stuff for you, but honestly, the real top secret things, you need to get it from them personally. That's kind of how I learned over the years. And all these really top secret ones, if you're struggling, you only got 6 advocates in your folder by this class, which you need to be at 60, come to me. Let's do one-on-one session, and I'll give you I'll throw you those top secret tips so that you could get to 60 really quick, and build your prosperous real estate business. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful time. Continue minimum 2 hours prospecting a day. If you didn't do it yesterday, don't try to do 40 calls because you were making 20 calls. Forget about yesterday. Start tomorrow. Okay? Go back. What was your goal when you first started the white belt class? Was it minimum 10 calls a day? Go back to your 10 calls. And if you didn't do it yesterday, it's okay. It's all right. I'm not going to side kick you or roundhouse kick you. Just forget about it. Start over. 10 calls tomorrow. Okay, so let's keep it there. White belts, it sucks being a white belt. I understand. We all want to be the black belt, but it takes time. It takes practice. It takes a lot of patience. This is sales job, any sales job. Sales jobs, it takes a lot of practice, patience, perseverance. Number 3, core value again is perseverance. I mean, you're gotta fight through it. I mean, odds are bad. 87% of realtors all quit, but you're in the right company. You're in the right program. You're in Taekwondo Realtor program, and a lot of our Taekwondo Realtor programs are top producers. They're most of them are in top 10% of their market. So you're in the right company, the right program. Just go through these classes. We got a few more white belt classes coming up. Continue on your journey. It's a battle out there. It's a battle. And no one said it was going to be easy. I think you knew that before you took your license. Took your exam, real estate exam. You heard it enough. You heard how tough this industry is from peers, from people who are already in the business. So this is nothing new for you. So how do you get to top 1% or try to get to black belt? Is practice, do your pumse, do your forms, do your sparring, and then do one-on-one sessions with, it could be your own market. If you have some top producers, go talk to them, buy them a lot of lunch. That's the best way to learn, is go underneath somebody who's a top producer, go into their team maybe. Another great tip, okay? So enjoy the rest of your time today. Hopefully you're watching this YouTube video in the evening. Do not watch this during your prospecting time. Do never, ever watch this during your busy time. Do it when your day is over, okay? At night when you have, just fall asleep with me. I'm sorry, that sounds bad, but yeah, watch these YouTube channels. Not just me, there are other great real estate brokers out there doing these YouTube channels. Watch them, fall asleep watching them, but do it at night, in the evening. Don't take your precious energy time in the morning. You should be prospecting, door knocking if that's the thing for you. But most of my mentees get on the phone. If you don't like the phone, I have some top secrets I could share with you how to get to your potential leads really quickly. But I won't do that on YouTube because I don't want that secret out just yet. Have a great day, great night, great evening. Hope you had a nice meal. You're feeling warm and fuzzy and holidays are over and you're starting your new 2020. Gone is you in 2019. 2020 is a new year and new me. I heard that from one of my trainees. New year, new me. I like that. Let's all try hard and continue on our training. 차렷! 경례